Chalo, let's try this viral latte makeup on my dusky skin. I am starting with color bars primer and applying it on the places where I have large pores. Basically primer का काम ये होता है to blur out your skin and helps to reduce sebum production. So I'm applying primer before I start my base makeup. Before I start my base makeup, I am going to color correct with the help of a orange corrector, and I am going to apply it on the places where I have dark spots under my eyes. Basically, it will help to cancel out the darkness before I start my base makeup, and I am going to blend it with the help of a brush. You have to remember that you do not need to use a lot of corrector. A little goes a long way, and blend it really well into your skin. Now for the actual fun part, latte makeup is nothing but your bronze makeup look, and that is why I am using a lot of bronzer here. I am using liquid bronzer from K Beauty and applying it on my forehead, on my cheekbones and under my jaw. I am using an underpainting technique, that is I am doing my bronzing before I have done my base makeup. You can do this after you have done your base makeup, and I am blending it really well into my skin. I don't want my bronzer to look muddy at all. It has to be perfectly blended because above this I am going to do my base makeup. That means I will have no scope to fix it. I am also using a stippling and circular motion to blend it and give that really goddess like bronzing effect. Also know that you can totally skip this step and you can do this after you are done your base makeup with the help of a powder bronzer. Applying my favorite foundation from MAC in the shade NC44 all over my face. I am dotting it as usual, and I am blending with the help of a kabuki brush from the Jovita George collection. I love this brush. I love how it blends foundation really well. This foundation is a sheer to medium coverage. You can build the coverage really well, and it is great for oily skin type. Also has SPF 15, so that's an added bonus. Also for my forehead, I don't dot any foundation on my forehead. Whatever is left on the brush, I just go over with it all over my forehead to have that natural effect on my face. After this, I go over with a beauty blender all over my face to soak up that excess product and to blend those harsh lines from brush. Just tap and blend. I am keeping brows very simple for this look, so I am using e.l.f. Cosmetics brow gel in the shade deep brown, and I am just filling it with the help of the spoolie, and I am brushing it and stroking it in the upward direction to give that fluffy brow effect. For concealer, I am using Maybelline's Fit Me Concealer in the shade 40 Caramel, everyone's favorite and the OG one. I am just going to dot it and then I am blending with the help of a brush. Please totally ignore the faces that I am going to make while I am blending this concealer. I want minimum creasing happening, so I am looking upwards and then I am blending it with the help of a brush, and I am just confined to a single area. I am not dragging it much outside. I don't want that lift effect. I just want the highlight effect of this concealer on my eyes. Now to seal the deal and to avoid maximum creasing, I am just saturating my pizza puff into a banana powder, tapping off the excess and then directly just going under my eyes. This is not baking, this is me setting my eyes with the help of a powder to minimize the creasing, and you have to do this immediately after you have blended your concealer to minimize the creasing. Since this is a latte makeup, no amount of bronzer or contour will ever suffice, so I am going with a powder contour all over the places where I have priorly applied liquid bronzer. I'm lightly tapping in the powder and just brushing it off with a very fluffy brush. I want that sun-kissed look as well as a good bronzer look, so I'm just using a fluffy brush and I'm just blending the powder really well into my skin all over the places where I have applied the liquid bronzer, going over my forehead and blend. Doing this step also helps with the fact that your bronzer will now not move and it is set in a place with the help of this powder. Now I have saturated my larger than life brush with the help of a loose powder. I am lightly tapping the brush onto my skin to mattify it and to set the base in place. With this technique, your face doesn't look cakey, and I have learned this from Selena Gomez makeup artist Hung Bango. For eyes, I am using Makeup Revolution's eyeshadow palette, and I am using the shade Flawless as a transition shade. With the help of a fluffy brush, I am just using that shade and I am applying it all over my eyes as a base. From the same palette, I am using shade Price, which is somewhat goldeny and bronzy shimmer shade, and I am applying directly with the help of my finger because it warms it up and then it blends really easily. Once I have done that, then I am going to use a brush so that it blends with the previous shade I have applied, so that all looks one and seamless. Now to give more depth to the outer corner of my eyes, I am going to use a deep brown shade from the palette Night Out from Nykaa, and I am going to only focus it on the outer corner of my eyes. I have taken this shade on a large fluffy brush and I'm only confining it to the outer corner of my eyes, and I'm trying to create a V and then blending it into the shimmer shades. From this angle you can surely see the color pigment and how I have deepened the outer edges with this deep brown color. Also notice my to and fro motion of the brush. This technique and this moment really helps to blend your eyeshadow and it does not look smudgy. For your flawless eye makeup, you need to know that the blending is the key and take your sweet time to do that. Now with a very large fluffy brush with no pigments or color, just blend everything in. For my lower lash line, I am starting with a lighter shade under my eyes, and to deepen it I am using the same brown shade I have used for my eyelids under my eyes so that it looks cohesive and one. For my lashes, I am using Mama's Lash Care Volumizing Mascara. This mascara gives my lashes the length and the volume it needs. It does not make my lashes look dry and it gives a very natural effect. For lining my lips, I am using Lion Beauty's lip liner. This liners I got from Amazon at a very reasonable price and you get 10 of them. If you want a link of it, I will keep it in the description box below for you guys to check it out. I am using a brownish maroonish shade to line my lips to give that contoured effect and also so that my lipstick doesn't bleed. For lipstick, I am using Mama's Won't Budge Won't Smudge Lip Crayon in the shade Girl Power. This lipstick I have talked about in detail in my previous top 5 favorite lipstick, and this lipstick looks great on dusky skin tone. It is one of my favorite lipstick shades and I am calling out all the dusky girls to try this lipstick at least once. And with this kind of viral latte or bronzy looks, this lipstick looks really amazing. Here's your final look. I have to say this is one of those trends that looks great on everyone. I hope this tutorial was helpful. I think this is one of those looks that I will wear on daily basis. Before you leave, like, share, comment. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel for more such features. I will see you guys in the next video. Bye bye.